By WorldWireNews editorial desk, May 17, 2025. The nation in mourning on the evening of May 16, 2025. The tranquility of Umlazi township in Durban, South Africa, was shattered when 8 people were gunned down in a tavern at U section. The victims, 6 men and 2 women aged between 22 and 40, were pronounced dead at the scene after being struck by a hail of bullets from unknown assailants. The motive remains unclear, but the brutality is heartbreakingly familiar. South Africa now finds itself at a tipping point. An average of 75 people are murdered each day, many in similarly public and senseless acts of violence. The Durban Tavern Massacre is not an anomaly, it is a chilling symptom of a deeper, national crisis. The anatomy of a massacre: the attack occurred around 9 p.m. on a Friday night, a time when friends and families gather to unwind. Witnesses reported several armed men entering the tavern and opening fire indiscriminately. No arrests have been made as of this writing, and the motive is still under investigation. While the incident drew headlines for its brutality, the underlying drivers of such mass shootings are neither random nor new. Why is South Africa bleeding? The real drivers behind the surge in murders. 1. Proliferation of illegal firearms. South Africa is awash with illegal weapons. Following decades of conflict, poor border control, and corruption, guns flow easily into the hands of criminals. According to SAPS, millions of firearms remain unregistered or illegally owned. 2. Weak law enforcement and criminal justice gaps. Despite a professional police force, underfunding, corruption, and poor community police relations have crippled South Africa's ability to prevent and solve violent crimes. The conviction rate for murder remains dismally low, emboldening repeat offenders. 3. Gang culture and drug turf wars. Urban areas like Umlazi, Cape Flats, and Alexandra are hotspots for gang rivalries, often driven by the drug trade and extortion networks. Turf wars and retaliatory killings account for a large share of murder statistics. 4. Alcohol abuse and social breakdown. South Africa has one of the highest per capita alcohol consumption rates in Africa. Taverns, often poorly regulated, become flashpoints for violence, especially over the weekend when alcohol-fueled disputes escalate into fatal altercations. 5. Unemployment and despair. With youth unemployment hovering around 60%, many young people are trapped in cycles of poverty, exclusion, and violence. For some, crime becomes the only available livelihood in the absence of economic opportunity or hope. A nation on the brink, consequences of inaction if left unchecked. South Africa risks normalizing mass death as a routine part of life. The economic cost is staggering. Violence stifles tourism, depresses investor confidence, and overwhelms healthcare systems. But the human cost is incalculable: families shattered, communities terrorized, and trust eroded. What must be done now? 1. Gun amnesty and disarmament campaigns. Government must reinforce and expand gun amnesty programs, backed by aggressive efforts to seize illegal firearms and shut down black market operations. Licensed arms should also be tightly regulated with tech-driven monitoring. 2. Revamping policing through community engagement. The South African Police Service, SAPS, must rebuild trust with communities, especially in high-crime areas. Community policing forums, undercover operations, and rapid response units must be strategically deployed. 3. Intelligence-led crime prevention. Use data and predictive policing models to track hotspots, gang movements, and potential escalations before they happen. CCTV surveillance and AI crime mapping can serve as preventive tools in violence-prone zones. 4. Tight liquor licensing and responsible sales. Government must clamp down on unregulated taverns and restrict operating hours in volatile communities. Liquor boards must partner with police and municipalities to enforce strict compliance. 5. Empowering youth through economic opportunities. The war on crime is also a war on unemployment. South Africa must scale vocational training, entrepreneurship programs, and job creation initiatives, especially in townships and informal settlements. 6. Mental health and trauma support. Post-violence trauma contributes to cycles of aggression and substance abuse. 3. Community-based counseling services must be offered in high-crime areas to promote emotional healing and reduce retaliatory violence. From massacre to mobilization, the Durban Tavern shooting is not just another sad headline. It is a clarion call for urgent action. Behind each murder statistic is a human story: a child without a parent, a dream extinguished, a future stolen. If South Africa is to reclaim its peace and promise, it must go beyond reaction and embrace systemic transformation across policing, policy, and public engagement. The bloodshed must end, and the healing must begin. Megaphone emoji. If you or anyone you know has information on the Durban Tavern shooting, please contact the South African Police Service Crime Stop line at 08600 10111. Follow WorldWireNews.xyz for continuous updates and in-depth coverage on crime, justice, and transformation across Africa.